like instruments itself doesn't really matter. Yeah, what matters more is the music that I play.
Wow. Hello everyone, welcome back to the series. My name is Jason and today I'll be your host for this podcast, Jason and the Chatterbox JAAC. A podcast where I learn about things in life from a series of discussion with my friends or domain expert and also to improve myself as a better conversationalist. In this episode, I will start a new sub-series with a specific topic in mind, which is how to be a musician. Hopefully, this sub-series can be useful to gain an insight or the know-how for to be a better musician or to know better on some related music roles. The guest that I'm having on right now, wow, is a very interesting guest, especially. Outside his previous strong background in competitive academics, he also have a well robust music playing skills in a band formation. Can you guess what instrument it is? Given the type of the guest that I have now, with his unique personality, with his hipster and eccentric persona, I can understand that kind of combination. So the major instrument that he played actually mentioned in the top Meghan Trainor single hit, the very first hit, which is All That Bass. So today we'll be talking about bass guitar, right? Bass guitar, right? And the guest that I'm having on right now is Nicolas Susanto. Thank you for coming.
Applause, round of applause.
Yes.
I can't hear you.
I mean.
Yeah, sure. All right.
So how are you doing, Nicolas, nowadays with all the restriction outside there?
Well, above all, I'm just happy to see you, man. Like after quite some
Wow.
time, like
Yeah, it's been how long? I think it's 3 years, 2 years plus, maybe.
I don't know. We've been isolating ourselves even like before the pandemic, I guess.
Exactly. So yeah, if for the viewers, actually, Nicholas is one of my junior in university. So Nicholas, can you tell more about yourself to the viewer and listener? What do you do usually?
All right. So I'm a full-time realist and a part-time corporate slave. So part-time slave, and so not really a slave, right? Yeah, yeah. I work as a data scientist just to pay my bills, I guess. But um, yeah, that's just my side. I don't really feel like that's my life because actually my life has like more things going on, I guess.
Of course, I mean life is not always restricted
Not
to
always about work.
work and office, right?
Yeah, definitely, man.
So because today we are talking about music, and then one of your instrument expertise is bass. Can you tell more like what is the recent song that you jam into nowadays? Can you recall the title?
What's the recent song? What are the recent songs?
Yes. What do you sing nowadays? It's not sing. What do you jam to?
What I jam to? All right, that's that's a bit of a tricky question because I literally like listen to all kinds of music, all kinds of genres.
But
But there's been like this one artist that I've been like very, very, very into recently. He's called Louis Cole.
Louis Cole.
Louis Cole, yeah, Louis Cole.
Okay.
Yeah. An LA-based guy, I think. Yeah, but yeah, he's very eccentric. He plays like some funk, very very electro influenced funk, drum and bass, like all that sort of kind. But with like very strong influence from jazz. So like interesting harmonies, but interesting grooves, very danceable. And yeah, I've been like very, very, very into him.
Is jazz and electronic type of music is the kind that you are playing usually?
Usually I play all kinds of music, man.
Very talented, guys.
It's not talent, it's called like necessity. Sometimes they want me to play this, play that. I'm just a follower.
I mean, means that you are very knowledgeable in many genres.
Oh, such a good way to put it, Jason.
Of course. So, okay. So, how do you get into music for the first time? Can you remember how do you get into music?
How did I get to music? All right. Well, actually, I didn't grow up in a very musical family, so to say. Like my mom can't sing for my dad. He doesn't know anything about musical instruments.
Mhm.
So, well, I think it came when I was like primary school student. I enjoyed the music
Oh,
class so much because like we get to quit the classroom
yes.
and yeah, we do our music class in like a separate like gymnasium or something like that.
Oh,
And it was fun, like sitting on the floor with my friends, like playing instruments, not really studying, watching the whiteboard. It's
wait. Sorry, so to interrupt, but you said that your parents doesn't listen to music, or how is it the case?
they don't really play music. Yeah, but they do listen to
Oh,
music.
they
It's
do
like
listen.
the typical old PC, like 80s,
yes.
70s music.
Right.
Love songs, yeah, because they're so in love with each other. But yeah, but I'm not really exposed to music
Mhm.
outside of that.
So the first exposure that you have with music is that music class in primary school, right?
Music class, yeah. And I find it like very interesting, like a lot of different music instruments, and they all sound different. I guess that's like my first exposure. Then on after primary school, like secondary school,
Uh-huh.
that's when I first had my first instrument, which
Oh.
which was the guitar.
Oh, so your first instrument is guitar.
Yeah, it was guitar.
Ah,
Just like all bassists ever. Seriously.
they went rock and go to guitar and to the bass.
Yeah, you can quote me on that.
But but do you remember like the very first instrument that you touched? I mean, you said that in primary school because your first proper instrument is guitar, right?
Yeah.
But then what is the very first instrument that you touch?
Very first instrument, you're not going to expect it, but angklung.
Angklung
It's a freaking angklung, man.
is, I believe, it's a typical Indonesian requirement, right?
Yeah, like it's a requirement. Like everyone in primary school, you gotta learn angklung, man.
Yeah. So for viewers, I in the YouTube, I'll put the angklung picture now. So yeah, I mean,
Funny
so you start with guitar, but ended up with bass. So how does the transition happen?
Very natural, man. If I cut my two top strings on a guitar, it becomes a bass. Nah, joking. But seriously, I've had my top two strings like broken when I was playing guitar. Then yeah, well, whatever.
It just starts from there, like bro.
No joking, but actually I played a lot of like fingerstyle back then.
Fingerstyle guitar.
Yeah, like Sung Ha Jung was
Is the
biggest hit
right.
back then. All girls wants to, yeah,
the
yeah.
the fingerstyle music of the guitar.
They love it, like Korean guy playing guitar. Oh, it was the coolest thing back then. So I tried to be Sung Ha Jung, discount store version of Sung Ha Jung, and I think I had like mild success with it. So yeah, I was able to play like some cool songs, but then I feel like, well, this is kind of boring, like if you have to learn the song like note to note, as in what the classical music like musicians usually do. Okay, no flame, guys. Like it's just like my personal preference of like playing music. I don't really like playing note to note like in a perfect way, but more like exploring myself through the music itself.
see.
That's why like I feel like bass is actually a very interesting instrument to do that.
So you are not into the technicality of the playing, more on the freedom, on the exploration of the playing.
Just I think just saying my technique sucks. That's why. Yeah, and I feel like I don't want to really care that much about techniques. But even though like in the long run it will help you like immensely if you have like the right techniques, if you want to play like the more challenging songs. But yeah, that was my first thought when I came to music. I just want to explore myself through the music that I play.
True. So you mentioned that you start from guitar and then fingerstyle, and then move to bass. But then, are there anyone that taught you bass is the way?
Bass is the way. It's my inner voice, man. Bass.
Is your inner
That's why
voice?
Bass is the way. Bass is the way.
So you just what happened? Like,
All right, what happened? What really happened?
yes, exactly. What really happens? Like,
that-
what's the sudden jump?
Why? Okay.
Like, okay, I decide I'm gonna pick my first bass from the store.
Oh wow. This one it's more like it happened during high school.
Oh, so
Yeah.
so primary school is when you discover yourself. Secondary school is when
When
you pick your first
instrument.
proper instrument is guitar.
Yes.
Then in high school, you pick bass.
Yeah, because high school there was like this music class,
Ah, okay.
and then like there was an assignment to form a band,
Oh, that's cool.
and we had like 2 guitarists.
Ah,
Yeah. And then back then I think nobody wanted to pick up bass. 'Cause
I
it's,
see.
it was, everybody sees it as a shabby instrument. What, you gotta play one note, just the root note and all that.
Mm,
So people see it as boring.
mm.
But then, yeah, I mean, I guess I had no choice but to pick it up, because nobody wanted to pick it up. But then I really fell in love with it.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying,
So means that how long has it been since you start playing bass?
count, man. Like,
So 4 years university, 2 years of working, right?
Yeah.
So around 8 years, 9 years,
yeah, in total, about 8 years.
almost
It should be a very close estimate. Mhm.
almost to 10 years. So 8 to 10 years.
8 years, 8 years.
Amazing. So
Amazing.
with all that, and then I saw so you start from guitar,
Yes.
then fall in love with bass,
Mhm.
and I saw actually in one of the story that you share, you somehow in the drum chamber. So why so please explain yourself. Why do you still stay at bass now?
Wow, you don't have to expose my unfaithfulness to the instrument, but yeah, definitely that's why I just like to explore myself through the music that I play.
Mm.
That's why like instrument itself doesn't really matter.
Mm.
Yeah, what matters more is the music that I play.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean music itself, you have like 2 major like classes, whatever you call it.
Mm.
But one is like the solo performance,
Ah, right.
and the second one would be like in a social setting, like a band or orchestra.
In a
Yeah.
setting, right?
In a group setting, yes. And I just love the feeling of having to play with others.
Mm.
Mistakes were made and all that stuff, but it's fun.
Mm.
So why I got into drums?
Yes, somehow.
like
Why
last time. Why did
you
I
do it?
somehow I played drums on like one of the gigs I had? Same thing, same story, man. Nobody wanted to pick up the drums. Pick up the drums.
Oh my god.
Right.
It's like you are the bench player just picking up whatever remains.
I think I heard like one quote: "Be like water."
Oh,
I just fill in the
this
gaps.
comes deep.
Yeah, I just fill in the gaps wherever like they need like players playing like certain instrument. I'm up for it, man. I'm up for it. Like music is music for me.
Such a good attitude. Music is music.
Attitude.
So, what is your next instrument then?
What is my next instrument? Mayonnaise. Ask Patrick why.
Okay, so you said that you start the bass from high school,
Mhm.
but how do you learn the bass? Because I don't know whether the fundamental from guitar is sufficient, but you need to learn from scratch because of that. What is your sources usually?
All right. So, I mean, it's pretty easy to transition from guitar to bass because like guitar is tuned E A D G B E,
The typical standard
and yeah,
tuning.
typical standard tuning, and the bass is just the first 4 E A D G.
EADG.
So it's like just playing the first 4 strings of the guitar. So it's kind of easy to transition, like when you know like all the positions. You know, like okay, C major is like this. You also play the same way on the bass.
Yes.
Probably just you need to change your right hand technique so that you can play it like better and more in context with how a bass player would play it. So in a sense, it's not really a big transition, but in the way that you think of the music itself, it's different. Because guitar, sometimes you play rhythm, sometimes you play the melodic lines.
Alright. So
Right.
usually there is the rhythm guitar and
Mhm.
then the lead guitar usually.
Yeah. And that's why bass is like 90, 95, 99% of the time. I don't know. Most of the time, it is the rhythm section of the band. So the purpose of bass is to keep the rhythm going along with the drums and all. Yeah. So it has to be in the way that you think of the instrument, of how your playing fits in the context of the music that you're playing.
But yeah, you said that bass is about the rhythm, right?
The rhythm, yes.
Are there any particular difference outside the rhythm with other instrument, say guitar, piano, or drum with bass? What make bass more distinct other than their low frequency sound, of course?
That's what they say, man. Like the bass moves the A's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's true. And that's true. Like basically you're okay. I kind of forgot what I wanted to say. Like, yeah, I mean it's just like bass is like midway between the guitar and drums.
That's a good analogy actually.
It's a good but not entirely
Yeah.
accurate analogy. But yeah, like you're bridging between like the rhythm of the drums and the harmony of the whole of the the tonic instruments like guitars, piano, they have harmonies, right? So bass bridges that and the fundamental like grooves, the beat of the drum. So yeah, so you're sort of acting like a glue between the drums and the rest of the band.
Okay, sorry, but a quick segue about that, right? So I get what you mean because bass they have the music notes similar to guitar, but they keep the rhythm as drum. But do drum have music notes? Do they have the tune of notes?
I think they don't really care about the tune,
I don't think so, right? So it's just like the beat.
the rhythm,
Right.
how it goes, how it feels like. I mean, music, I don't really think that much about like the technicalities of stuff. Just play, come on, just have fun, Sorry.
Okay, so given that, okay, I think it's pretty clear about this answer. Bass, guitar, or drum?
Bass, guitar, or drum?
If you can play one instrument for the rest of your life,
Uh-huh.
and that's it, what will be from these three?
Whoa, surprise answer. Drums.
Wow!
Yeah. I like hitting stuff, man. When you're like stressed, it's a legal way to hit stuff.
That's actually not wrong, but
yeah. But anyway, I can't choose. I can't really choose, Sometimes you just want to play bass. Sometimes it's just better to play the drums. Sometimes it's better to play the guitar. I can't choose, man.
because for my case, because I played piano before, right? If I asked to play piano or guitar, no offense to piano gang, but because guitar is more portable, I will choose guitar.
For portability.
Now you got your mind thinking about that, right?
Okay. I can't move drums that easily. I mean, if you're the type of person that who would like go around a lot, like shifting places, like going abroad and all that stuff. Probably it's much more convenient to have like an instrument that you can
Carry around.
Always be with you at all times.
Right.
Yep.
So right, when I researched for this topic, I actually searched Google, of course.
Google, right?
About bass.
Okay.
And then I came up with this one particular question in Reddit. Can you answer this? So in the Reddit, I will show you the thread.
Tricky question?
No, it's not tricky. Right. But I don't know whether you want to answer it.
Okay, go on. I'll
Is-
answer whatever.
Is the bass player the weird guy? Are you weird? Or do you think you sometimes feel disconnected with the others?
Come on, like you guys can judge for yourself. Like, who's the weird guy in this room? So
Two of us already.
I mean, yeah, you're weird, but I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm a weird guy, but objectively, I don't know, man.
Other people also weird.
I
in
feel
some
I'm
way.
weird.
Oh,
I
okay.
feel like I'm weird, but doesn't have to be a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's
Yeah.
not.
Like, definitely, like being weird has its perks. Like you have like probably different ways of thinking, different ways to approach
Right.
your music, different ways
Mm.
to approach everything, basically. So that's my superpower, being
Mm.
weird. Yeah, I'm the weird guy.
Okay.
I'm the weird guy.
Please don't.
Yeah.
No copy.
All right.
But yeah, is that true? Because you know there's this particular meme that going around where of the band member, the drummer at least got like one partner of one fan girl at least.
Ouch.
Then the guitarist have more than one.
Mm-hmm.
And the singer have almost all of them. Then the bassist is alone. What do you feel? Is that true to the reality?
Yeah, we are independent people. That's the right way to put it. I'm sorry. Like, we don't need fans. We don't need fangirls, fanboys, whatever. Bases. Come on. It can't get any cooler than that. We don't need anything else, man.
So for future aspiring bassist learner, take note on that.
Are
Take
cool
note.
with bass.
You're cool, and you're cool all by yourself. You don't need people to validate. You know, like
That's a good point. I almost sing a copyrighted song.
Oh.
almost. Just like on the tip of my tongue. Are there any particular memorable moment that you have when you playing as a bassist?
when I was playing as a bassist, any memorable moment?
Maybe it's a happy one, maybe it's a sad one, or maybe people look down on you, bassist or something, or like, wow, bassist, amazing, or I don't know, man. Tell me.
Oh, there was like one gig last time where there was like one guy, like he was like, wow, nice bass line, man, nice bass line. And I think that was my first compliment ever
Oh, is it?
since I started playing bass. Like, I don't think a lot of people really hear or
Right.
hear about bass. I don't even know like if they know what is that 4-string weird instrument that this guy is playing. It's like a guitar, but
Broken guitar.
but what is it? You know, like most people just don't really.
They don't have the attention to bass.
Yeah, they don't really pay attention to bass. But that's the beauty about bass. Actually, you don't really like see it. It's not flashy. It's not up there at the stage, but you can feel it.
Yeah. I mean, if it's performed in a group, it might be overwhelmed with the others. But when it just when there's no bass, it's just something is missing actually. Right.
Yeah, that's it. That's why, like, definitely, yeah, compliments come far in between.
Can you remember when did you receive it?
It was when I had a gig in like Timber Plus, you know.
Oh, so it's kind of recent.
No, recent, no way, man. Like pandemic and all that stuff. But
Before pandemic.
yeah, final year.
Oh, during your 4th year of uni means that is 2 years ago, 2 years back.
Roughly, yeah.
Roughly,
yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow, means that how long has it been? I mean, it's 20 after 23 years of your life and then 9 years of playing bass and then you only got the compliment the first time then.
That might be a testament to how bad I'm playing. Yeah, it's more like I don't know, man.
I mean, at least people recognize it in the end.
I think like at least somebody recognizes it. Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, if you saw YouTube nowadays, there's plenty of those bass YouTuber, TV504, and then Charlie Berthold. What do you see of this influencer YouTuber or influencer bass YouTuber And then what does it affect? What is the impact in the bass community
Yeah.
in your opinion?
In the bass community, right? We have a love-hate relationship with these guys.
What happened?
In one way, they have like made the bass mainstream
Bring the awareness to bass. Right?
awareness, and they're like influencer
Mm.
with them being influencers and all that, right? But then bass is not all about the techniques, the flashy stuff.
Okay.
Like they are YouTubers.
Mm.
They are there for the content.
Right.
They are there to get as many people as possible to watch their
Mm.
content. Meanwhile, bass, as I told you, it's not about people recognizing you and all that. It's just about you serving the music that you
Mm.
play. So, they are good YouTubers,
Right.
but they are not being bassists.
Like the typical bassist that you
Mhm.
expect.
Yeah. Probably they would be having like more success doing like solo artist stuff
Yep.
than like, let's say, playing in a band.
Mm.
Because of course I'm coming from the
Yes,
perspective
you are from the group
Yeah.
performance.
band guy.
Mm.
So okay, that's good to hear from you as the representative of one that came from bassist.
I'm just one sample.
Yes. So if you like me to interview more bassists, please let me know and then tell me whom should I interview next.
All right.
Do you have something that I should ask but I haven't asked?
I don't want you to ask me questions. I want you to listen to me play.
All right. That's a very good point. Bassists need to be heard from the
Let the music answer your
Mm.
doubts.
Right. So
Okay. So, do you have any message for new bass learner or any aspiring bassists out there for the viewers and listener among the viewers and listener?
I don't know. Just be yourself. Like, just be yourself,
Come on,
guys.
I mean,
Yeah. Be yourself. You know, like playing bass. If you like it, just do it. Don't care about what the others say. You know, like don't care about what this guy says about bass. Whether you will be you'll end up alone, like no fangirls, no fanboys. Yeah, it's a meme. It's a meme, guys. Yeah, don't take the meme too seriously.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm. So just enjoy the playing for bass, I believe, right?
Just enjoy playing it. You know, like music is supposed to be like the avenue where you can express yourself.
Mm.
So then don't let yourself be limited to express yourself just because
Of the expectation from the others.
expectations. Yeah. Just from like some external stuff. Nah, play your music.
Mm.
Be your music.
Very well done, Mr. What should I call you? Nicholas or middle name or last name?
Nicholas or Tini or
Yeah,
I don't care. I have a lot of
Okay, thank you, Nicholas. Very well done. So yeah, I believe that's all that I have and Nicholas have today. And thank you so much for joining me down here to my humble recording place. And yeah, let's say the viewers want to know more about you and then your work, or where do they can find you? Maybe some SoundCloud or Spotify. I don't know.
I prefer not to share that. Because I had one recording. I had one show, and we had a recording of that show.
Mm.
That was the one where I played the drums.
Yes, exactly.
So no, that's not the bass stuff.
But I mean, it would be good to know what you can do other than bass.
Yeah, definitely you can just follow my Instagram, I suppose. Like that's like my main social media, I guess.
So yeah, guys, I will put the Instagram of Nicholas down in the description. And if you want to know what is collective group have made in that particular live band, I also link the Spotify link as
What
well.
is the person like outside of the music? Yeah,
Mm.
you can definitely follow my Instagram. for that.
Right. Okay.
So that's all that I have today, viewers, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you are on YouTube. And so this podcast will be released on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. I'm still working with Apple Podcasts. There's some issue with it. So yeah, I'll see you in the next episode, and bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Well, thanks to Jason.